So continuing with the launch of Amazon EC2 instance, as we were discussing in the last video, now we can check whether it has been launched or not, right? And then let's check that. I will go and I will open EC2 in a new window over here. Okay, EC2 Management Console, and in North Virginia region, I should be able to see one running instance now, right? So this is the instance that we just created, right? So we will have this instance ID, right? And it is running now, and it is T2 micro, right? And this is the public IP that will be used to connect to this virtual server or EC2 instance, right? So this is a Windows server, right? AMI ID, as you can see over here, right? Now going back to the page where we were launching, we have how to connect to the instances page over here, and I will click on how to connect to your Windows instance. I've already opened that. So the very first thing that we I should be talking about is prerequisites, right? We need an RDP client, right? So by default we have a RDP client already getting shipped with Windows version, right? Remote desktop connection, right? So we have this, right? And then we need the instance ID. That anyway we can get it from the EC2 Management Console, right? So we are talking about this thing. This is our instance ID. We'll be needing that, right? Now next is getting the public DNS name of the instance, right? So it is there in this column, and we have already seen that. This, we are talking about public DNS, this thing, and this is the public IP, right? So we will need that also. The next thing is getting the IP version, the Internet Protocol version 6 address, right? We have not assigned, so we can skip this step for now, right? Then the next thing is locating the .pem file for the key pair that we specified when we launched the instance, right? So that was downloaded. I'm talking about this file, Microsoft key.pem file. We'll need that also. Then enable inbound RDP traffic from your IP address to your instance. So they are talking about security group, right? By default. So let's go to the security group over here, and we have used default, right? And why can't we do it from the EC2 dashboard only? Let's go to the running instances. Now I see my security group over here, right? And I can view the inbound rules, right? So let's go to the security group over here, right? And go to the inbound rules. And as we can see over here, right, all traffic. So I need to we can add a rule over here, right? We can add a rule that says RDP, right? I can say my IP. So I click on save. So I have enabled my IP address access over RDP to this instance, right? So let me go back. Okay, now connecting to the Windows instance, we have satisfied the prerequisites. Now to connect using an RDP client, we have these steps. So I go back to my EC2 instance, right? I select it and I click on connect, and I need to get my password for that, right? And I need to, in order to retrieve the password, we'll need to specify the key pair on your, right? So I'll choose the file where I downloaded, and I will just select it and I'll say open, right? And I click on decrypt password. So this is the password, and this is the public DNS, this is the username, right? Now let me go back. decrypt password. We have done that, right? And the console displays the default administrator password, uh, right? Replacing the link. So record and copy it to the clipboard. We'll need it, right? So choose download remote desktop file, right? So either option is fine. When you have finished, we can close it, right? So let's do that. First of all, I'll just make note of this password, right? I'll copy to the clipboard. I'll just open a notepad, right? I'll paste it over here. Yes. So I'll copy it, and anyway, I can copy this information as well, right? And I say download remote desktop file. Now RDP file is getting, right, downloaded. Now we have downloaded that also, and so I'm talking about this file, the RDP file that's got downloaded. Now we can open the RDP, right? I say open, and it says, we are getting a warning that publisher cannot be identified, right? We can continue. We can say, okay, connect, right? Now we are trying to establish, and here I can, enter my password that I just copied. I'll say click copy, and I'll say password. I can say remember me. Let's see if I'm able to securely connect it. Cannot. Do you want to connect anyway? Yes, I want to connect. Let's see if I'm able to connect. So there I am. I'm able to connect as an administrator to my Windows server. So it is setting up all the personal setting, as generally it happens with a Windows system, and it is happening here also, right? So it will take a while before we actually see the Windows system, as you can see over here now. So this is something very similar to a Windows system. So we are able to connect it, right? And so guys, this was something that I wanted to discuss in this video. Thank you.